All right. Welcome back to another Vintage Cube draft. Let's see. Get the right thing open. Um, this is a Power Max Vintage Cube draft. I thought they were going to be over today or like this morning, but they extended them to the 16th, so we get a few more days of cubage. Um, and pack one, pick one here. We have a choice between a monkey and a cat. The other cards are not really close on power level. Dauthi Voidwalker is good. It's like probably the third best card, and then Grist. Pretty big drop off after that. I think I'm going to go with Ocelot Pride, just because I think white is typically a little bit more open. Ragavan's, I think, a little more powerful, but I like the Pride. Okay. I mean, following up with Usher of the Fallen wouldn't be that crazy, but I might take Oust over it and maybe try to wheel Usher or Glimmerlens. Mystic Confluence is probably the most powerful card here, but Ocelot Pride definitely works well with Usher and Glimmerlens. Just go white weenie. I'm gonna try to do two drafts tonight, so if I go aggro this time, I'll try to get some combo stuff going in the second draft. I think I'm actually gonna take Usher. If we don't get Oust back, I don't think it's a huge deal. Okay, now we get Bombardiers, so probably end up red-white. Stoneforge is fine, Lion Sash is fine, but Broadside's insanely good, so I'll take that. Ooh, now we get a Lightning Bolt. Not much competition. Pyromancer's good, but Bolt is better, I think. Okay, no white or red. It's not a good sign. But, I mean, we've gotten past good red cards. So, it might just be this pack. I think Toxic Deluge is probably the best card, but there's Blackleaf Cliffs for fixing and Concealed Courtyards. I guess whichever one I want here. I have two good red cards, two good white cards. So, it's kind of a toss-up. Whatever, I'll take Courtyard, I guess. Now we get Emberwild Captain, Liliana, Portable Hole. So I try them. I'll take the Captain, I think. Recurring Nightmare, Grasp, Remand is good. It's kind of a late Remand. Blood Crypt. So not seeing a lot of white late in the pack here. So I might end up being red-black instead of red-white. Maybe splash black. I think I take Blood Crypt either way. Recurring Nightmare is a good card, but doesn't currently do much. Just take the land. Okay, now we get Fire Covenant. Once again, no white cards, so I might be off the white. But Covenant's great. Yeah, I didn't wheel either one of the white cards. I didn't wheel Oust or Glimmerlens, so probably going to abandon those. Despite how good Ocelot Pride is. Obviously, I would have loved to have Ragavan in this deck, but you never know. Pack one, pick one. And from my experience drafting this, white has been a lot more open than red. I think at this point, I mean, I think I take Voidwalker. I do like Grist too, but I'm going to go with Voidwalker. I know we're kind of getting the red cards and then taking a double black card maybe wouldn't be the best, but I think it's worth it. Just a really strong one. Glorybringer now. Over Bone Shards. Sure. Take a dragon. Okay. Yeah, I guess Arena of Glory is fairly free. Not completely, but I mean, there's a world where I play Rite of Flame, but I think I'm maybe more likely to play Prismatic Ending because I have Ocelot Pride, Usher, so there's a chance that like if I get some more good white cards, back 2 or 3, might want to play 3 colors, but I think it's unlikely. White seems to be very cut. Lily's a good pickup. All right, pack 2. We open a Kolaghan's Command, which is good, but we may be able to wheel it. I'm looking at the One Ring. Try to wheel Concealing Curtains or Kolaghan's Command. The Commercial District too, if I hedge towards like opening Minsc Boo or something else green. Time Twister Narset in the same pack is kind of funny. Not really a Twister deck so much. I think I take the Ring and try to wheel the command. Okay, now we get Inti, Emperor of Bones, Wooded Foothills, Carnage Interpreter. Inti and Emperor are both really good. I think they're pretty similar power level. I would lean towards the Emperor just because I've felt like it's better in this cube, just from having played with it and played against it. But Inti's very close, if not like I would probably rank them about the same on scale 1 to 10. Just slight preference, I guess. That being said, I'm going to take Wooded Foothills, I think. Getting a nice red fetch and hoping to wheel Carnage Interpreter. I think that's the plan. 2 really good 2-drops, though. It's kind of tough to pass them. Ooh. Hopefully we can wheel Kamano or Firebolt. From the Catacombs is really good, too. But I'm going to take Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is just really, really strong. Would love to wheel one of these 3. Okay. Both Magecraft creatures back to back. No lands that matter. There's a Fire Blast, Oliphant, Entomb. I mean, Entomb is a strong reanimation card. I don't have any of that type of effect yet. So I might just take Fire Blast. I could try to wheel it though. Red's fairly open. I forget what I got last pick. It was a Lily, right? In the first pack. Should probably just take Oliphant, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Oliphant, try to wheel the Fire Blast. See if that works. Now we get Badlands. Kellen's fine. Nothing outstanding though. I'm gonna take the Badlands. Ooh, Deep Cavern Bad I like a lot. Stuff out's really strong though. I like the bat too much though. Come on, Kolaghan's Command. Ooh, we get an Inquisition too. Not bad. I could take that over a Swift Spear. Rabble. Pretty solid with Bombardiers, and if we pick up a gut, I like Revoker. A Braid's decent, but I think I can take Rabble. I don't know, maybe I just want a Braid. Yeah, I'll just take a Braid actually. Okay, I was supposed to wheel something out of this. I forget what it was. I think it was a red card. Or no, this is the command pack. This is the Kolaghan's command pack. Yeah, that's a bummer. I didn't expect it to be gone. I mean, we've been getting good red and black coming around pretty late. It's a little bit of a surprise. I'll take curtains though over conscripts. Get the interpreter back. So this was the Inti Emperor pack. I'm not surprised to, have those be gone, but Kolaghan's command I'm a little bit more surprised. But it is a good card. Take the interpreter. Firebolt or Kumano. Probably just Firebolt. I could take Sedgemoor, and if we get Chain of Smog, just have that incidental combo in there, but feels like Firebolt's a little better. Fire Blast now. Entomb. I don't think I'm going to want Entomb. I think Fire Blast is actually pretty good. Although I'm becoming a little heavier black with the Thoughtseize, Inquisition, Curtains, like early 2s. Don't think I'm playing Swiftspear. Ooh, a Mana Crypt. Okay, I'll take that. It's not currently like insane in my deck, but still pretty good. Gets Bombardiers out quick, Emberworld Captain turn quicker, Glorybringer of course, and then pretty good with One Ring. Yeah, I have to kill him quick though. It's a fast clock between Crypt flips and Ring triggers. Yep. I'll just slam it and see what's next. Ooh, we could have the trifecta. Duress, Thoughtseize, Inquisition. I think they're all pretty good. And I don't have any other picks, really. I have Generous Plunderer. What's up, Ox? Thanks for the follow. I guess Probe's decent, but probably on Duress or Plunderer. There's also Mox Diamond. Yeah, actually Mox Diamond's pretty good. Ooh, Reanimate. Another red fetch though. Might just take that. What am I building? This is a vintage cube draft, so we're drafting what appears to be just a red-black list here. Kind of mid-rangey. Reanimate's pretty good, but I like Scalding Tarn here. I guess I already have Foothills Oliphant. I'm only 2 colors. Yeah, I guess Reanimate's a little better. Pretty big fan of Edict, but there's a Wasteland here and a Copter too. I think I probably have enough removal. I like the versatility of Edict though. Let's go Copter, I think. Ooh, Dismember. I'm glad I didn't take the Edict. Passing Extruder, Mind Collapse. Yeah, whatever. Take Dismember. Not really anything here for me. Take a Soul Cauldron for the board. Ooh, Passageway Seer. It's a late Nadu. I think I take Seer over Spirit Guide. I'm not really going to be Spirit Guiding much out. Volcanic Island. Ooh, it's a late Pyroglyph. I'll take that. Crystal Vein is a little better with this extra 4-drop, but it's not better than Pyroglyph, I don't think. This deck seems pretty good. Ooh, I like Harvester. Grave Titan is a little tempting with Mana Crypt, but I think I take Harvester. Harvester is just always solid. It almost always ends up trading for something and then sometimes does more than that for just 2 mana. I think I'm more likely to want Probe than Life Death. And this is probably the deck, unless we get something better in the last few picks. Pretty light on creatures, but I think we can get there. Ooh, wield the Edict. Also wield Wasteland, though. Yeah, I think Wasteland's a little too good to pass. Okay, crop rotation. Cool. So I think this is it. 17 lands. Well, no, actually, Mox Diamond doesn't really count. Although, I mean, I don't have a super low curve, but I could probably play 16. Oh, I forgot I have Oliphant. Yeah, okay, we are actually good. This is essentially 17. Which is good because I really don't have any other cards to play. I have like Probe, Swift Spear, Cauldron. Pretty light on the sideboard. But pretty happy with this one. 5/5 seems good. Yeah, it's identical. Although Oliphant doesn't really count. Cool. So we are, well, there's, so there's Arena of Glory that's just red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I actually want one more. Oh, and there's Oliphant. One for each. I think I'd rather have another swamp, actually. Because I want to be able to turn 1 or at least turn 2 Thoughtseize, Inquisition, you know, Curtains. All my 1-drop creatures are black, so I think I need an extra black here. Seems good. Someone to dissect deck building. You know how to build zombies. Need help actually building a comparative deck. Well, deck building as a topic is pretty broad. A lot of it, depends on what format you're playing. So this right here is called limited. You know, I was drafting a deck and then from packs of cards, and then now I put it together to make a 40 card list. But then there's standard, there's modern, whatever else. You mean constructed? Oh, build a competitive deck. Oh, I see. But yeah, if you're talking about standard, then you play Timeless. Okay, nice, nice. I don't know much about that specific format, like what cards or archetypes are good. But I mean, if you have questions about specific deck building stuff, I could try to answer. I've been playing Magic for about 20 years, so I don't know if the experience is good, but I have a lot of it. Sounds okay. It's not great unless I draw a creature. Like if I just draw it, well, no, I guess I'll have that. Yeah, I'll keep. I have turn 1 Copter. If I draw any creature, it's good. If I draw any land, I have. Well, no, I guess. Oh, I will have double black. Okay. Foothills, get Badlands. But I could easily whiff here. A little risky. But yeah, as far as getting like resources to find people to talk about deck building, there should be plenty of stuff you can find on YouTube. Um, especially if you have a specific deck in mind, like if you're trying to brew a deck, like build one that's not like currently in the mainstream kind of competitive metagame. That's a little bit different story. That takes a little more skill and effort. But if you're talking more, usually run black white, nice. But if you're talking more like playing a deck that's more, widely known already, and maybe making some tweaks to it, then it's not quite so difficult. Well, I want to play this Glorybringer eventually, but I kind of want to take Liliana up also and discard Swamp. Could also just discard the Glorybringer. Yeah, let's do that. Might be a mistake, but I think I'd rather just empty my hand. I can play pretty much any card in my deck now, so. Okay. I should have lightning bolted it first, but. Ooh, Pirate Wife is a great draw. Means I don't have to lose my Lily here. And I get to take it up, make them discard, and I don't have to discard, and I get to copter. Ballooting doesn't really matter, but I get 3 damage in. I could wait in case they have a haste creature. Yeah, let's just wait, actually. A deck you can win with a lot. I would suggest going to thanks for the follow, Tibby. I would suggest going to wow, I can't think of the name right now. Untapped is a good resource. Council's Judgment. Okay, what are you naming? Lily. Okay, fair enough. So now I can attack. If I draw a land, I'll attack with Copter. If not, I'll just attack with Goyf. Okay. Protects me against like a 4th Aerlingus or something, but they only have 3 mana right now. I guess I'll draw. I don't even know if I'll play. Oh, I guess I'll play Wasteland. I'm getting pretty lucky here. I was gonna say you can go to Untapped. There's a lot of websites with like deck lists that you can just either copy exactly or copy them, play with them a couple times, and then make some tweaks based on your experience. Timeless is a tough one because there's so many cards to choose from to build decks, so the metagame might not be quite as established. But it also gives you a lot of room to, for variation to mix things up. So think of it either way. I have Reanimate on Glorybringer or Flage or Felia. They're 2 lands off of Escaping Flage. I think just Reanimate on Glorybringer seems good. Guess I'll draw first. Fire Blast. Alright, GG. Fair enough. I accept your concession. Yeah, I don't really have a sideboard. I don't think Soul Cauldron is necessary against them. Yeah, run it back. Got a mulligan that. This hand's not really what I would call good, but it, it has some stuff in it. I guess I'll keep. I think I just bought him Oliphant, probably. Oh, God. That is not what I wanted to see. Basic Mountain Ragavan. Yuck. Alright, I might just be dead here. I have nothing to answer Ragavan for 2 turns. They take Thoughtseize? I mean... Alright, you got me. I'm done. I know I could draw Lightning Bolt, Firebolt, whatever, but... I don't feel like playing that out. Let's just win with these cards. Turn 1 Mana Crypt against red white, no fear. Staff makes a flyer, which is annoying, but I think I have to take Ocelot Pride. Start with a plateau, and of course I don't have Wasteland this time. Win the flip, that's good. So they're gonna stop my bat next turn. But I get to Interpreter unless I draw something good. Yep. Lost the flip. Am I dismembering a spirit token? Probably. I want to play Interpreter, so. Let's see. Tap that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm not cracking a clue, so I might as well pay 1 on this. Alright, pretty good spot. Have a bunch of mana, a bunch of clues. Opponent has nothing on the board. Tap 2 planes and scoop. Alright, that was a quick one. Good stuff. Ooh. I was pretty happy to see that they extended Cube. I didn't know what I was going to do for the 2-week break. I was going to maybe start drafting some Pioneer Masters or something. I did one sealed pool just to kind of get a glimpse of the format because I hadn't looked at any of the cards yet. I mean, I know all the cards from playing with them before, but like I don't know what's in the set. But some cool stuff for sure. I think they're like changing. I don't know. I didn't read anything about this. I just heard some people mentioning that like this week is Planeswalker. Like you have a chance to open Planeswalkers and people will have Planeswalker in their deck, and then there are other weeks where like different cards will show up in the rare slot. I don't know how it's gonna work, but sounds kind of cool. Opponent has a Lutri, so they're already cheating. On the draw, 5 lands, but I have a Bombardiers. Probably still a mulligan. I just don't think I can keep a 5-lander really. This is okay. A little risky to bottom a land. Could just bottom Lily. Yeah, let's just go Lily. Alright, don't hurt me. Lagging. There's our opponent just not doing anything. Okay. We've got action. Mox Spire Bluff. Thought I distinctly said don't hurt me. I'm gonna start with Badlands. I know they could have Wasteland, but they could also have a draw 7 and like dump their hand of stuff, but so I'll just play the duel. I'm gonna counter my Inquisition. It's a valid play, but still kind of gets what I wanted. Memory lapse. Okay. Interesting. Shieldred Pyrogoyf. Yuck. Keep it on top, okay. Get Pyrogoyf down, I guess. I mean, it's not going to kill their Pyrogoyf, and it's not going to kill Shieldred anytime soon, so... Oh, they drew Swamp for Shieldred. That's pretty lucky. Oh no, I guess they kept it on top. With the sewers. Yeah. I'm just going to have to Covenant that, I guess, on my upkeep. I don't think I'm supposed to wait till they play Pyrogoyf. Because I take... Well, maybe I do. I'm actually going to wait until... I know I'm going to take 2 damage for no reason, but I'm going to wait till I draw. See what I draw first. If it's just a land, then I might wait. Because I don't want to just have no plays. They just jam their Pyrogoyf. They can block my Pyrogoyf all day, and then they just could have Lutri and whatever else they draw. Yeah, I think I have to wait now. I keep the land in hand for Copter because I don't have many plays above 4 mana. Could play around like Mana Leak or Spell Pierce, I guess, but they would have to top deck it, which they could easily do, but Tarn. They get Lutri. Shit. So they didn't play Goyf. I think I'm kind of forced to hit it now. Otherwise, I'm taking 4 here, 2 on my turn. I only have 12 life left. I can maybe wait till they cast Lutri, but is it worth 6 life additional? Probably not. It's awkward. I was hoping they were going to play Goyf. Need to draw some non-lands here. I think my opponent's like double queuing or something. I don't know what they're doing. Like, I know what's in their hand. They don't have any plays that matter. They've been like holding upkeep stops. I don't know. It's a little annoying. It's not like I'm playing super fast either, though. Oliphant. I guess I'll play my land now. Let's see. Attack with Lutri, go to 10. Goyf for 4, go to 6. But if I hold back to block, I block, eat it. Goyf comes down, I lose my Goyf. Yeah. I think I kind of just have to wait. Not going to win any kind of race. Just have to trade off and hope that I draw something before they do. Oliphant at least makes a land, you know, not the end of the world. 6/4 is not going to do a ton, but it at least trades with Paraguay. Alright. I don't mind people playing slow, but when I know that they have absolutely nothing to do besides play Lutri, it's like, hurry it up. Oh, they're not even playing Lutri. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Can get more value if they draw any spell. Sure. Slam me for 4. They bend a Fatal Push. Oh, I should have cracked for Blood Crypt. Okay. Well, in that case, let's just Mountain Cycle this. Okay. Glad that resolved. Got 2 Goyfs staring at each other from across the room. Okay, opponent's drawing a lot of lands. I'm getting pretty lucky here. I've drawn 5 to their essentially 8. They've drawn a couple more cards than me, but Yeah, I guess I'll just get a mountain so I don't have to pay 2 life. I don't think I'll struggle too much on color requirements with Mox Diamond out. Crypto. Can't really slam that at 8 life quite yet. At least not till I have something to play. Hopefully I don't draw land. Deep Cavern Bat. So if they have an instant, they can just play out their hand. So at least makes them jam Lutri. Oh, wow. Okay. I guess you can take a crypt if you so choose. Oh, they won the flip. Okay. If I draw a Thoughtseize, oh, it's the One Ring. Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad draw. I'm gonna go to 7. But then I get pro everything. At least one draw off of it. I could trade Interpreter for Pyroglyph on attacks. They'd play Lutri and then like double block. Because it does have the potential to grow. But I don't know if that's worth it. Odo's lagging. Ooh. Pastore Seer is a good card, but not really when my opponent has my Deep Cavern Bat. It's not so good then. Although I could get one guaranteed turn with it. Because I can get pro everything. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Wish Moto would stop lagging. Just gotta hope they don't have a counter spell. I'd rather they countered this than the One Ring, I think. Because if they don't counter this and then they counter the One Ring, then they're just gonna take initiative and kill me. Okay, what are we doing? I don't know if I'm lagging or... Okay, they lost connection. Maybe it's just a server-wide thing right now. Moto's been having a swath of trouble lately. Okay, they've joined. I don't think I have any mountains left. Just go get a swamp. Play the One Ring. I'm not going to draw yet. They could have Hull Breacher. And I also don't know if I really need to draw yet. Like I'm going to have a... I will have already played a land. If I can find a way to get rid of Pyroglyph, I can attack with Seer, gain some life back. I don't even really mind if they trade with Lutri. I guess I'll draw. Can always throw the Seer into the brink. Should probably just scry. I'm not that close to killing them, so I think I scry for a removal spell for the bat. Kind of works. Okay. If they have any burn spells, it's a little rough if I One Ring here. Might just send in with the Seer though. Let's draw. If they had a Hull Breacher, that'd be pretty brutal. Reanimate. What do I have to reanimate? Shieldred. It's pretty good. I would go to 2, but then I can draw a card, go to 4. I could also blood token with the Harvester if I really needed to. Yeah, it seems pretty good. I guess I'll play a Harvester first just in case they have random burn I need to draw in response. But I guess they'll do it right after the reanimate. Or no, well, they won't have time. They won't have a space to... Or no, they can do it in... Yeah, they can do it in response to the reanimate, and then I just lose the life immediately. Whatever, I'm still going to end up playing the Harvester, I think. No burn, please. It's pretty good. I don't know if I want to lose 2 life, though, is the problem. I could just sack my Seer. Get in there. Yeah, I don't mind that. Let's play Voidwalker first so we can Thoughtseize and exile it. And I think I just jam with the Seer and Interpreter. I don't think I attack with Goyf quite yet. They already had the opportunity to kill me if they responded to Shieldred with burn, so I'm just gonna assume they don't have it. If they do, then I should have already been dead, so. Okay, anything else? Flash. Okay, they have nothing in hand. Lutry's down. Okay, they take initiative, get another land. They obviously could have drawn something here. I have to find a way to deal with the Deep Cavern Bat. If they don't kill Shieldred, ooh, Tar Pit's a problem, but I'm going to draw a lot off the ring. Uh, no, it doesn't make sense to draw first. Dismember's good, so that kills the bat. Let's gain some life. Instant. Okay, so I can kind of just kill everything. So Wasteland the Tar Pit. Whatever, I should have waited on that, but I don't really care. I just want to make sure I have enough mana for stuff. So I have 7, 8, 3, 5, 8. Yeah, I just won't take damage, I guess. I could take 4 and play Copter. I guess that's okay. No, I think I can probably just kill them. Yeah, I can definitely just kill them. Yeah, I was like, forgot how many creatures I had on board. All right, GG. What's up, David? The deck is red-black. Good stuff. All the hits. Although that Shieldred was not mine, even though it fit really well in the deck. I reanimated that from my opponent. But to be fair, they inverted polarity on my Deep Cavern Bat, so we were trading cards there. Opponent showed us Flash. I don't know what Flash creatures they have, but can pretty much assume Vaultborn or Worldspine Worm or Primus, possibly. Some combination of those. I don't really think that warrants Soul Cauldron necessarily. So I think we just run it back. What's up, Baker? Would you be able to increase the quality to 1080p? Unfortunately, that I don't think is my my thing to adjust. I could be wrong, but I believe that because I don't have a ton of subscribers, they limit people with like a low subscriber count to just 720. At least that's how it is when you post videos. But I can look into it next time. I don't think I can adjust my settings right now, but yeah, I think that's a YouTube side thing. Sorry about it. All right. Hand looks pretty good. Keep. Opponent has a companion. Oh wait, it's the same match. Opponent has a companion. I'm losing my mind. Okay, curtains. Go ahead. Ugh, yuck. So I don't really want to play Voidwalker before I reanimate, but odds are decent that they have a way to kill it before I care about reanimate, and then I can just reanimate the Voidwalker. Other option is play Harvester, of course. And then I have the option to like Blood Token if I draw like a Glorybringer or something. I don't really have any other big creatures though. Let's go Harvester. Tempted to play Voidwalker just because it's double black. It's a little more flexible for next turn to play like 2 spells. Because I can't right now, I can't go Voidwalker and reanimate if that applies. Okay. Record, we are 1-0 in matches, and then we are up a game in this match. Flip a fatty into exile and void it back. Flip a fatty into exile. Oh, with the curtains. I see. Yeah. Yeah, and odds are decent there. I mean, they're playing a flash deck, so they could have a big thing. Yeah, that was definitely a line. Looks like they had a counter. That's part of the reason I played Harvester, because it was a slightly weaker card, but the Voidwalker was more tempting to play just for mana effectiveness, and yeah, and if I had thought of that line, I think that line would have been better. Let's see. They showed Memory Lapse. I think I want to Inquisition first, even though it's good with Voidwalker. The mana is just a little bit awkward, and I don't want it to get outright canceled, or outright, yeah, countered. Could also just reanimate it next turn, though. I guess I still do wish I had Voidwalker. I'd played Voidwalker last turn, because then I could reanimate it this turn. Have it easier on my mana. I'm actually just going to go ahead and transform this. I think it's less likely that they have on like a removal spell, spot removal spell for curtains. I know it's not great value because we have Voidwalker, but Lorien revealed, okay. Whoa. It's a lot of stuff. Okay. So they have Miscalc. I can pay for that. Dak Faden. So they're either playing. Oh, well, they have invert. No, they can't play invert unless they draw a blue or red source. Okay, so I think I just take Atraxa and hope that they don't rip like between this draw and the next. They don't also rip a blue source and then also, leave up mana to counter. I think it's somewhat reasonable. Because if they just hold up counterspell, I get to attack for 3. It's not the slowest clock in the world. If I draw a land, it'd be great, because then I can Inquisition first and still pay for Miscalc. Okay, they go sewers, so I think we're safe. Relatively. They don't play Dak, though. Or True Name. They're just holding up Miscalculation. I guess I am on 3 mana. Well, Atraxa is gone, so they have these 4 plus 2 unknowns. So, I mean, they could have something here. I guess I could Inquisition and then maybe they miscalculation that. They probably won't, though. No, I should reanimate first and then just get a land off Atraxa. Because if I Inquisition and they don't counter it, I either take Miscalc or I take a better card and then they're able to Miscalc my reanimate. So it'd kind of be doing the same thing if I just play the reanimate first and then they do whatever, and then maybe I can Inquisition afterwards. And if they miscalc it, then they miscalc it, but it's the same as taking it with Inquisition, except they have to pay mana. Alright, I go down to 11, but I get a bunch of cards here. So Planeswalker, Artifact, that's easy. Bunch of creatures. Do I want Dismember or Covenant? Probably Dismember. And then I guess land, yeah. Captain, Glorybringer, Bombardiers, Deep Cavern Bat. It might just be Deep Cavern Bat. I can Inquisition this turn, hold up a Braid. Although I'm not going to be abrading anything in their hand right now. Bombardiers is really strong, though. If I can sneak that in under a Miscalc. Actually, yeah, I'm just going to do that, because I'm going to get Crypt here. So I can just play that, and then Bombardiers. I can almost kill them. This is 9. They go to 9, 6, 4. They go to 4. Hmm. They just let me go. Okay. GG. It worked out. Yeah, this deck has been running pretty hot. All right, on to round 3. See if we can get the trophy. And them having a Traxa in their hand was very convenient there. All right, on the draw. Give me Crypt. Hmm. No Crypt, but some good cards. This hand really, really wants a Crypt. This is like the absolute best Crypt hand. Look at this. Turn 1 Copter, turn 2 Goyf, Captain, Seer, whatever you want. Could also just go turn 1 Bombardiers, I guess would be better. Still keeping though. Copter into Bombardiers is good, even if you get it at a normal rate. They bin a Pyro for value, nice. Land is not bad. Crypt would have been better, but land's not bad. Alright, don't Cathar Commando me, please. I mean, I don't want to see Felia either, but... What is it? A Braid, I see. Should have known by the pause. That's okay. Clears the way for Bombardiers a little bit. They probably have other removal if they're not casting anything. But I got more hitters on the way, so I'm going to slam the Bombos. It's got Menace, so I think I'm pretty okay attacking here. No plays, that's interesting. I expected something. Skyclave, sure. It's a good Pyrogoyf target. They're playing black. Could also just be a Lingering Souls splash. Alright, go get the Badlands now. Might as well thin the deck of lands. I don't really need too many more at this point. Let's Goyf it up. Grows the Goyf too. It doesn't matter for the damage there, but Makes it a 4/5. The Wood Foothills, I mean. Uh-oh. Solitude? No, this is something else. Fury doesn't matter too much. I mean, it'd still be good. Glorybringer, yeah. I mean, they can exert it and kill the 3/3, I guess. It's a little annoying with my initiative and monarch stuff, but they don't get to attack with it next turn. Curtains doesn't really help too much unless they have hasters. It's Inquisition. Hopefully they actually have a hit here. Wait. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I had blockers for Othari. I feel like Othari's probably still the better play. I was right. They did have Sarah Paragon in hand. I thought I had good cards, but I think theirs are going to beat me. Okay. No sense staring at it. I can only take one. This is quite the conundrum, huh? I guess I kind of have to just curtains the Othari and then have to deal with the Paragon somehow. And they can replace Skyclave, Pyromancer, and Spirit Guide. I'm assuming Spirit Guide will come last, though. Alright, let's slam. At least I have a little bit of a clock on him. I mean, 8 damage is no joke. Paragon. They can't play anything out of the yard right now. Oh, they drew Scarlet. Okay. That's a good one. So I take 3 now. Go to 12 next turn. I take 7. Go to 5. And they're going to have Paragon to block. Or no, I'm not going to take... Well, if I attack with both, I'll take 7, I guess. But I can play Seared block. I think I would rather wait on the One Ring, like one more turn. It's somewhat risky, but unless they have 4th Aerlingus, I think I'm okay. Famous last words. Because I want to... Well, no, maybe I do just play it, because I don't want to just hand them initiative. I can take it back, though. It gives them a land. So if I play Seer, I get a land. I play land. Next turn, I go One Ring, protection from everything. I take initiative back. I get it again on my following turn. Throw some counters on the Seer or something, gain some life. Yeah. Initiative's always risky introducing in front of a Glorybringer, which they can exert. I'm still going to leave the Revealing Eye back. If they want to exert onto it, then that's fine. I want to get in for extra damage with the Goyf, I think. Seems to be worth it. I could also just attack with both. Put them to 5. I don't think I'm gonna die next turn. I mean, fourth Aerlingus is gonna kill me anyway. They can't, I mean, they can't really attack with both anyway. Like they're obviously gonna attack with Blurbringer to take initiative, and they'll probably kill. I guess they might even kill the eye just because it has menace. Sunbaked Canyon is good with Paragon. But if I can survive this turn, I think I'm pretty well set up. So they can exert on something, take initiative, get a land. I take it back. They kind of have to kill the... Oh, they're attacking with Scarlet, so they're definitely killing Seer. I was going to say they kind of have to kill the Eye, but they're going all in here. I mean, they don't know I have one ring, so I guess this is a decent attack if you don't know I have one ring. So they have Plains, Paragon, 2 unknowns. I'm assuming they're going to play Paragon, but they could obviously have something better. Oh, this looks like something better. Wow. They take initiative and then Sunfall. Did not expect that. That might be like the worst possible thing to happen. Ugh. That's brutal. I mean, that's the risk of introducing initiative, right? Am I really jamming Crypt and One Ring at 5 life? I mean, what else am I doing? Hmm. So they get Monarch there. I'm assuming they go Forge because Trap is just instant win. Thoughtseize. Can't really play that. Alright, you can have Initiative and Monarch if you have a way to deal with my Emberwild Captain. I guess they just go land Skyclave. But they can't attack with Incubator. Oh, they go Lost Well. Really? That's surprising. I mean, I'm not set up very well to take initiative back, so I don't know what they're scared of. Animate the artifact. Add counters for lethal. I mean, I can block. Yeah. But yeah, then I would have to come up with like a haste way to take initiative back, right? Yeah. But they went Lost Well for some reason. If they have removal here, I'm dead, because... or well, no, I have protection from everything. I have the One Ring this turn, so I'm free from attacks. They can still make it 2-1, though. Which I can't block. They take 2 damage off it for a 2-1. So if I have removal for Calligrapher, right now I just have unplayable cards in my hand. It'd be nice to win the flip, but I don't think it's really going to matter. 4 and 1 is not a huge difference. Although I guess it pretty much gives me 1 turn with the One Ring if I lose. I lost. Okay. Go to 1, but we drew Lightning Bolt, so... GG. Yeah, I mean, that attack it obviously got him a 2-1, but putting them themselves in bolt range, a little risky. GG. Yeah, incredible draw for sure. I almost wanted to like One Ring and just act like, yeah, I didn't get lucky. I drew 3 cards. What do you expect, you know? No, just top decked it. Yeah, I mean, great draw. To be fair, just to, you know, appease the luck gods, I did draw a useless Thoughtseize and Reanimate at, you know, at 5 life, so just pointing that out. Before I drew the game-winning Lightning Bolt, I did draw 2 useless cards, so. But thankful for the bolt in the end. A classic example of 1 is not 0. We need Soul Cauldron against them. I don't even, like, as soon as I go to sideboarding, I forget immediately what my opponent played against me. They're like red-white, just aggro kind of stuff. Or it's more mid-rangey. They're playing like Sunfall, which was unexpected, but pretty effective. It almost worked. Like that initiative play, it seemed pretty safe. You know, like a sweeper was really the only thing that punished me there. Because even just like a spot removal spell, I could still fight through, but just sweeping the whole board was a little rough. Anyway, I'll run it back. Mox Diamond. Fire Blast is a little awkward, but I mean, I think I keep this. Mox Diamond's good even with just 2 lands. We're on the draw, so if I can draw into some lands, it should be good. Turn 1 Harvester or Wasteland Parlor. Probably just Wasteland Parlor. And I'm going to pass without playing Mox Diamond. I could dismember something, but I don't think I'm going to end up dismembering a 1-drop. Okay, Backstreet. Goyf. Okay. I'd like to draw a Swamp. Okay, opponent's fixing is good. One Ring, not terrible, but we obviously can't play it yet. Let's attack and see what happens. No blocks. I think I'm just going to go ahead and loot the Fire Blast away. Try to hit lands. It takes Harvester off being able to kill a creature, but think that's okay. I need to hit my lands or I won't be winning any games. No Bowmasters, please. Oh no. Oh god, this is a Bowmasters. Ah, okay. Not a swamp, but a land is a land. Detectives Phoenix. Not really one that I want to dismember. But I guess I'll Goyf it if I draw a land. There we go. Yeah, I think I Goyf instead of Lily. They can't bestow it yet. Ooh, do I give haste? I can still play Liliana next turn. Sure. Only a 2/3, but seems worth it. They're at 16. Oh, it's a 4/5 now, right? Enchantment creature. Nice. Very much worth it. So I can Lily there. If they just play like a single creature, I can Lily it. Ooh, Seething Song into Othari? That would be a little annoying because... Oh, Carnosaur. Also annoying if they draw another creature. That's a mana vault. That's fine. I think. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Could dismember it, but why not just Lily? They only have one creature and it's huge, so let's get after it. Pretty fortunate that they did not hit a creature off that. If they have a haster for my Lily, I think it's fine. They're at 1 life. They can't even really tap their mana vault unless they want to immediately untap it without Sunbaked Canyon. They do have a lot of mana though. They have, I mean, they have 7 mana right now. If they play a land, they'll have 7 real mana because Sunbaked Canyon, of course. They currently kind of only have 6. I do have Dismember up, even if they did have a haster. We drew extremely well after a potentially shaky start with 2 mountains. But the blood token was nice. Ripped a land and then just drew 2 more after that, 2 black sources. Opponent's considering their options here. They may just sack the canyon if they don't have any like big plays. Try to draw some removal. They could draw off canyon and also still play Sunfall. So if they rip that, they're definitely still in it, even at 1 life. What's up, girl boss? Welcome back. Best option is right click and seed. Yeah, that'd be fine with me. I'm hoping that they're not writing a paragraph in chat of just being salty for me killing everything. But I guess to be fair, I've only killed 2 things. It was just Phoenix and Carnosaur. They haven't put up like a huge wall. This victory brought to you by Mox Diamond, for sure. Oh, and they disconnected. I honestly don't think this is like a salty disconnect. Moto has been having lag issues. I think our first or second opponent had to disconnect and reconnect, and I've been lagging a little bit, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt for at least a few minutes. Could be a salty disconnect though. I did top deck a bolt last last game, and now I've killed everything they've played and wastelanded their elegant parlor. I went into their house and laid waste to their parlor. I should feel ashamed, but I do not. Okay, I'm starting to think this is just a salty disconnection because they have not rejoined the game, and it doesn't typically take people that long to rejoin. Seems like a salt DC, yeah. Starting to feel that way. It's okay though. We can sit here and soak in our glory and victory. Liliana, the OG. Pyrogoyf just showing why it's a beast. That Arena of Glory was nice too. I mean, it jammed a extra 4 damage. They could be at 5 right now, which is much different, of course. Because then if they find a like single removal spell for Goyf, they got 2 turns. Yeah, I don't think they're coming back. All right, well that means trophy if they don't return, and probably even if they do return. I said I was gonna do another draft, and I think I still will, but I may not play all the matches. But I'll at least get another draft in. Oh, it's snowing outside again. Man, you really can't predict the weather here. They had like no forecast for snow at all. And it snowed like most of the day today, and now it's gonna snow more tonight. Like they didn't even have predictions for it until like this morning. But I have heard that East Tennessee is like the most difficult place to predict the weather. Recently found your channel. How long you been streaming? Vintage cubing. I've been vintage cubing for a long time. I've been playing Magic in general for about 20 years, since I was like 7 or 8. Um, Way back in like the early Mirrodin block and like original Ravnica and original Kamigawa and stuff. It's funny now, having returned to those planes so many times. I have to specify the original. You know, I didn't start in like 2015, but um, I guess that was like Khans of Tarkir. Anyway, I've been streaming off and on since college, so close to like 8 years, but very much off and on. Um, I do it just kind of sporadically in college, and then I just started taking it more seriously like within the last 2 years as far as the streaming. And then vintage cubing. I'm trying to think when the first time I played vintage cube was. Probably in college, so I'd say yeah, probably like 2015. So close to 10 years of cube experience, but of course, I mean, the cube changes so much, and the general ideas and concepts are somewhat similar, but so many of the cards have changed. Like there's hardly any cards that are still in the cube that were in it back in 2015, you know? Rightly so. What do you think of No Holds Barred? Oh, I really like it. I think it was extremely well put together. I felt like every match I've played has been fun for the most part. Or at least if it's not like uneventful or not fun, it's not really because of the design of the cube. You know, it just happens to be a game where one of us got flooded or mana screwed or whatever it is. You know, typical Magic stuff. But I've felt like the design from what I have played, maybe 15 drafts or so, has been really solid. I think the checks on the power level of the combos are really good, and it's been interesting seeing all the initiative cards and monarch cards. As powerful as they are, it's interesting to see what other creatures and other cards get better or worse with initiative cards out there. Like one example I've pointed to a couple times, like um, when it comes up, is Phantasmal Image has gotten better, and Phyrexian Metamorph, because copying initiative creatures is really good, and just adding those super powerful creatures with ETB effects. I mean, it's always good to copy a creature with an ETB effect, of course, but copying initiative creatures is just such a nice way to swing that initiative back to you without having to win a combat. So playing a blocker, taking initiative, and then is like a lot easier to keep it at that point, as opposed to having to get in on combat, tap all your creatures, and still have to contend with your opponent's attacks, you know? So stuff like Image has gotten better, but then they also put a lot of like artifact and enchantment destruction creatures like Cankerbloom. Cathar Commando, of course, has always been in. But they put in like Cankerbloom and that little goblin to kind of help help the Time Vault combo stuff, general artifacts, and yeah. And I also, speaking of the artifact list, I haven't actually played against heavy artifacts very often. And I feel like in the last iteration of the cube, I was playing it at least once every draft. So like between my 3 matches, I was playing like a Academy, Workshop, Urza, Thopter Foundry deck like almost every 3 matches, you know. But in this, I don't think I've played against that combo deck more than maybe once, and it was forgettable. Um, so I don't know what that means, but it's my my impression so far. A win is a win. That's right. Yeah, I mean, and you know, I think we were very very favored to win that. I think they just disconnected because they were salty. So that wasn't like a just a timeout win. You know, I think we justifiably won it. Um, Thanks for the follow, by the way. What else? What else? Yeah, I guess we'll just jump into another one. Got a trophy. Up to 4. Not a bad rate. Like I said, I think I'd done like 15 drafts this run, so 4 trophies out of 15 drafts. Not the worst. Man, it's so crazy whenever I see people at the top of the leaderboard. Like they're at 40 right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get, you know, well up past 50 before the 16th. Um, it's just crazy that like I hardly ever do that many drafts in an iteration of the cube to begin with. Like if I do 40 drafts, that's a pretty solid stretch. But they're just getting 40 trophies. Kind of crazy. All right, pack one, pick one. This looks like a bunch of garbage. There's a fractured identity, and everything else is pretty bad for a first pick. I think I'll just go with a Windswept Heath. Fractured Identity is strong, but it's 2 colors, 5 mana, and it's just a spot removal spell. It's a very good one. Like it steals the creature, of course, or the permanent. But it's 5 mana, spot removal. Like it's not the best card. Like not the best payoff in this version of the cube. So I think I just take the fixing. I'm gonna take the Heath. I think the like Naya or 4 color, 5 color initiative deck is pretty solid. So just taking fetch lands and taking good multicolor cards or initiative cards. Pretty good place to be. Like here, I think I take Feywild Caretaker. Obviously doesn't go directly with Windswept Heath, but I think it's a little better than Questing Beast, Inti, Flame Slash, Omnath, Uro. Yeah, all pretty good. I wouldn't mind wheeling Omnath or Uro or maybe even Challenger, depending on how this deck goes. I guess I'd prefer the cheaper card. I'd prefer to wheel Uro, maybe Flame Slash, but I'm gonna take Caretaker. Initiative's just super strong, so I'll take pretty much any creature that says that on it. Now we get Mox Diamond. It's probably going to be the pick. There's a Volcanic Island. Relic. Noble Hierarch is good. But I think Mox Diamond's a little better. It's possible Hierarch wheels if green's open. You never know. I mean, having it third pick isn't a huge sign, but it does mean that there's a chance that the people next to us are not in green. We'll see. Grab the diamond. Okay, now we get a Wrenn and 6. Meticulous Archive, Zagoth Triome, and a Jace. Seem to be the good ones. Although Magda's pretty good. Sylvan Safekeeper too, if we end up with like Nadu or Titania. Wrenn and 6 with like Mox Diamond Fetchland. Not a bad start for Wrenn. I haven't drafted Wrenn and 6 yet. I kind of want to take like Magda or Safekeeper and try to wheel the Wrenn. But the rest of this pack isn't super great. So I don't have like super high hopes of wheeling it. I'm going to take Wrenn. I haven't played Wrenn 6 in a minute. Okay, now we get Felio's a good white card. Probably not going to be on a Malcolm, but Vaultborn Tyrant's kind of interesting. Ancient Tomb's good with initiative cards because they're typically at least 2 colorless. White Plume's the cheapest one, and that still gets helped with Ancient Tomb. So there's stuff you can do with Vaultborn, of course, but I think I'm going to go for Ancient Tomb. Savannah's not bad. But yeah, let's go Tomb. Okay, Birds of Paradise, I think, is a snap over Aragorn 6, Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time probably be my next pick there. But yeah, Birds is great. Lotus Cobra, Tracker, and then Leyline Binding is also an option, but I think I'm on Tracker or Lotus Cobra. Lumberjack is not nothing either, but I think it would be more like 4-color-ish as opposed to just red-green beats. So less likely that I have a forest to sacrifice with a red source turn 1. It's kind of tough. I mean, 2 landfall creatures, both solid. I'm going to go with the Cobra. I think just Tracker being a payoff, they're just better payoffs, and Lotus Cobra fixing and ramping is probably going to be better. Headliner Scarlet is pretty strong 4-drop, but if we're going to be in 4 colors, it's not going to be that hard to find 4s and 5s. So I think I'd rather just have Breeding Pool with Windswept Teeth. That seems a little smarter, I think. Tidebinder's fine too, but take a Breeding Pool. Okay, so there's Exploration, which I think is good, but I might just take Proving Ground. Fixes for black-red. Yeah, take the Triumph, I think. Okay, Wield the Omnath. Not super surprising. I like Terra Sunder, actually, but I can probably find other disenchant effects. Is Omnath worth taking over Questing Beast? Probably. I think with Wrenn and 6, it probably is. Sylvan's great. Overgrown Tomb would be good too. We already have Proving Ground though, and no black cards yet, so I'm gonna cool it on that and just take the Caryatid. Okay, wield the Safekeeper. That's good too. But Sanctum is also nice, but Safekeeper is just so much better if we get like Titania or Nadu. Wow, nobody's on Volborn either. Peatland is good with Ren and 6, but it's a little slow, so I think I'd rather just take Volborn for like Natural Order or Flash. So nobody's on green. 6, I really like 6, but I think Once Upon a Time has got to be the pick. It's just so much better for fixing. We got the Lumberjack anyway. Don't think I'm going to start it, but it's an option. Ooh, 3 fetches I want. There's an Animate Dead too. Of course is good. But I'm definitely taking one of these fetches. It's a question of which one, I guess. So Scalding Tarn gets Breeding Pool and Proving Ground. So they all get Breeding Pool and Proving Ground. Do I want a non-green fetch? I guess I want a green fetch, right? I think it's Foothills or Misty. I'm gonna take Foothills. It's only a slight difference, but having a red fetch for Ren and 6 on turn 2 to then get that back for another land, you know, I think it's slightly better to have like or than having a blue-green fetch that needs like a red source to go find. Foothills can just get a basic mountain if need be. Okay, pick 2. There's a Ketria Triome here, but there's a decent chance I wheel it. I also have pretty good fixing so far, so I don't need to jump on that too soon. There's a Territorial Kabu here. I think there's a chance that wheels if nobody's on green. And then we have a Johnny, which I think is going to be the pick. Currently just have Windswept Heath as the white land, but should be able to find some other fixing. We have Mox Diamond too. Birds of Paradise, Lotus Cobra, Caryatid, lots of stuff. I think a Johnny's worth taking here. Okay, Thoughtseize is strong. I like Hex Drinker a lot. Then we have a Trop, just a little bit of an upgrade on Breeding Pool. I mean, Goldspan Dragon's also pretty good. Oh, and Lorien Revealed. Green was extremely open pack 1, so there's a chance I wheel Hex Drinker this early in the pack, so I don't think I need to take it. If I felt like it wasn't going to wheel, I'd probably take it. But I think I grabbed Trop or Lorien Revealed. I'm just going to go Trop, I think. Although Godless Shrine is a consideration, but I don't know if I'm even going to be playing black. Although Alpha Deathclaw is kind of tempting for that. There's a Zurin Orb. I could take another, land sacrifice thing for Titania. Or if we get a Crucible effect. Upheaval is not nothing. We have Ancient Tomb and a couple Dorks. We're kind of looking for fast spawn anyway with like Crucible, Zurin Orb, fast spawns, whatever. There's a Liberator, probably gonna wheel. Jitte. Yeah, I think Jitte is actually what I'm gonna take. I don't really need to be the land combo. I'm just gonna go 4-color good stuff. Elegant Parlor. Wheel of Fortune. I like Baleful Strix, but I think Grist is the pick here if I'm going to take a black card. I have Proving Ground for fixing, and then, like I said, the 3 any color creatures over here plus Mox Diamond. So my fixing's pretty good. Take the Grist. Ooh, now we get a Bayou, untapped black. Undercity Sewers is decent too. But I think Urson Monstrosity is good enough to take here. Oh, there's a sneak attack with Vaultborn. Might just slam that instead. I always hate passing Urson Monstrosity though. This card's a house. Also would love to have Bayou, of course, but you know what? Is it worth taking Sneak? I feel like that card's a little bit of a trap, unless you get it really early. I don't know, maybe that's sacrilege, but I'm going to take Monstrosity and wish that I had Bayou. Eternal Witness. We already passed Chain of Smog, but I think it was this pack, so I could wheel it. I could have that combo. I might just take Lightning Greaves or Jetmir's Garden. Lightning Greaves is really good if we get Nadu. Have Safekeeper and Greaves for it. Don't think I'm E-witting. Witherbloom, of course, is just for the combo. Alright, fine. I'll take Witherbloom. If we wheel Chain of Smog, I'll play it. Persist, Abrade, Pilgrim. I don't really have any interaction yet, so maybe I take Abrade. Pilgrim's decent too, though. Yeah, I'll take Abrade. Force of Vigor. Yeah, sure. Take it for the board. Not going to play Retrofitter, I don't think. Goyf, Oddity, Ent, Kavu. Yeah, green is obviously not being touched. I like Kavu, but Ent is pretty good too. Yeah, let's take Kavu. I think this was the Chain of Smog pack. It might be the next one. Harvester. I think I take Goldspan. Goldspan seems good. Over Lorien Revealed. Sure. Lorien Revealed is also good, but I like Goldspan here. Zuran Orb, Alpha Deathclaw. I have yet to play this card, but it seems pretty good. We have a little bit of ramp. I don't really want to be the Zuran Orb deck. Alright, Baleful Strix maybe. Oh, we got the Bayou. That's huge. Zerda. Okay. So Apprentice out. But we could still be playing black. We got the Bayou, got a Strix, and a Deathclaw. Ooh, Palace Jailer. Starting to regret not taking Sneak Attack as we open Emrakul. Of course, it would be good with Deathclaw too. But I'd prefer just to have all my cards do something. There are definitely times when Sneak Attack does nothing. And it also introduces other dead cards into your deck. You know, like if you play Emrakul and you don't draw Sneak, it's a dead card. If you draw Sneak, you don't draw Emrakul. Sneak is pretty much a dead card, unless you have other targets. That's what I mean. Sneak, I think, is only really good if you get it super early. Or if you pick it up when you're already like a flash deck with other big creatures that you've just gotten incidentally. So I have 2 fetch lands, makes Ponder okay. I have a decent amount of blue. Don't care about Glorybringer too much. Could probably even wheel Hierarch, but I think I want to wheel Green Sun Zenith. I know nobody's going to take Green Sun Zenith, so I'm going to take Hierarch past those lands and hopefully wheel Zenith. Now we get Necromancy. I don't think I want. Lightning Bolt, Lelia, both good. Emerald Captain's good. Titania is great, especially with Safekeeper. But I think it's going to wheel almost 100%, so let's take Lightning Bolt or one of the two red creatures, I think. Seems like Lightning Bolt is probably what I want. I have substantial creatures already and probably pick up more as the pack goes on. Lightning Bolt is good cheap removal. Big fan of Lelia, big fan of Captain. But I think I take Bolt. Ooh, Natural Order. There's Atraxa. Man, the sneak attack would have been so sick. What's funny too is if I had the sneak attack, I could take Atraxa and probably wheel Natural Order. Because just nobody's on green. But I think what I'm going to do here is take Arid Mesa and wheel the Natural Order if possible. I think that's pretty good. Third fetch land is great. Currently just gets Proving Ground and Mountain Plains, but that's fine. Ooh. Man, this is a tough one. Holy shit. So first I saw Ocelot Pride. Great card. Not what I'm going to pick. Then I saw Karakas. Great land. I wouldn't even really fault anybody for taking Karakas here, but there's a Caves of Chaos, Adventurer, and a Nadu in this pack. I think what I'm going to do is take the Adventurer because Initiative is busted. I'm not too chock full of 4s yet. Probably going to cut these. Although if I wheel Natural Order up, I guess I'll bring him back in, maybe. But I'm going to take the Adventure and try to wheel Nadu, hopefully, because nobody's playing green. We'll see how that goes. Okay, now we get past the Bombardiers. So red seems extremely open this direction, at least. Passing a Rogran Triumph, but Broadside is way too good to pass. Also passing Walking Closet, which is great with Safekeeper and Titania. But yeah, not beating the Bombardiers. Ooh. Now we get Gut. Luminarch's fine too. We got Othari. And Datha Triumph is kind of whatever. I think it's between Gut and Othari. I have 2 good 5s, but I wouldn't mind another one. Gut is pretty good with a Johnny. You get to sack the cat and then have a red permanent. Same with Broadside, really good with a Johnny. Yeah, it's good with Grist, Baleful Strix. Yeah, I think Gut's a little better. Othari is super strong, but 5 mana is a lot. I already have 2 5s. So I think taking the 3 is a little bit better there. Now we get Rebel Master, Sentinel, both pretty solid. I think I'd probably take Sentinel over Rebel Master, even though, well, they're both really good with Gut because you can sack the map tokens too. But I guess you can sack artifacts with Bombardiers too. So yeah, both really good with the 2 other red 3-drops. But I think I just want Copperline Gorge. I have a lot of playables already. Probably going to have some stuff come around on the wheel. Path to Exile, definitely an option too. My white fixing's not that great. And I have okay removal. I have Lightning Bolt, Abrade. And then I feel like I had another, yeah, I have Grist. So not a lot, but it's kind of what we got to work with. Now we get Thornspire Verge, Palantir, Bone Crusher's okay. I mean, I can play Seer. Yeah, take Seer. More initiative, more better. Now, do we want Zenith or Commercial District? I'm also going to wheel that Natural Order for Vaultborn Deathclaw. It's probably worth it. Yeah, I think Zenith is worth it over a Fixer. I just know I'm going to wheel like 4 more playables, and I just don't need that many more. Alright, we got the Titania. I'll take that. There's the Natural Order. I think I'd rather have it over Balustrade Worm. I mean, it seems like Natural Order is worth it, you know? We have a decent number of little dorks. Didn't get anything out of this. Probably not going to play Name Sticker. Rumble's good. Whatever, they have the Closet. I think Rumble's actually just better. It's cheaper, fine stuff. Wield the Othari. It's pretty huge. Alright. Gotta make a lot of cuts here. Probably Jitte. Johnny seems worth it, even though we don't have great white fixing, just because we have Bombardier's Gut, which is just like extremely powerful. Probably cut Strix. I think I can cut Goldspan or Othari. I'll cut one of these. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think I actually cut both fives. And could run 16 with Once Upon a Time. 2 dorks. But I kind of want to run 17 just because I have so many land synergy stuff. Synergy things. Hmm. But right now I don't really have natural order targets in here. So I could either cut the natural order and maybe bring in another one of these, or just run it without that, play 17. I mean, in order to get natural order in here, I think I would kind of have to cut either removal spell or like Passageway Seer. But I feel like I want all my initiative stuff. And then it's like, am I cutting Safekeeper Titania? That doesn't seem great. I think they're both pretty good. Because like Safekeeper, even without the combo, is good to protect all these really good 2s and 3s and 4s. I mean, having the ability to natural order for those is good, but I think I'd rather just have all my cards. Like I said before with the sneak attack, I think I'd rather just have all my cards do something when I top deck them. It's not that hard to get natural order to do something. I just don't really see a way to get those creatures in here. I might even just play Jitte instead of one of these fives. I think Jitte is pretty good because I don't have a lot of removal, so Baleful Strix wouldn't be bad either. Pridemage is a good sideboard card. Yeah, I might just run this. I don't typically play Jitte. I mean, I don't always play Jitte in the main. I do it somewhat often, but pretty light on interaction. We have a lot of creatures, so it's good at keeping the initiative. Alright, my mana situation might not be as good as I think it is, even though we took a lot of lands. Mox Diamond helps fix. It doesn't really count as a land too much, but we got Once Upon a Time. Helps a little bit. Ancient Tomb, of course, is colorless. But we have these fetches. Arid Mesa gets still just Proving Ground and Plains. And Mountain, of course. Heath gets Proving Ground, Trop, Breeding Pool, Bayou, and Plains. So pretty much every color. Foothills gets the same. Plus Mountain. So at least one Plains. Do I want an island? Probably not. I mean, having land types for Kavu is nice, but as far as casting my spells, I only have 2 blue spells. And so they're a 4 and a 5 drop. And I have birds, Lotus Cobra, Sylvan to help with that. Plus Trop, Breeding Pool, 2 fetches for those. I don't think I need an island. Got Swamp. Three, 4. Probably don't need a Swamp. I just have 2 black cards. 3 and a 4. One red, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess Heath gets Proving Ground, so 5.5-ish. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, I guess I have room for an island or a swamp. Probably don't need other plains. I guess I'll go swamp. Hmm. Alright, let's see what that looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red. 1, 2, 3, 3 white. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black. I guess I could actually put another plains in there. got plenty of green. Alright. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna play at least one match. Might not finish all of them tonight. On the draw. I think this deck is pretty good, but we didn't end up with any power, and our interaction is a little iffy. This hand is risky, but I think I'm going to keep it and just hope that they don't have removal for the birds. Because we can go birds into Caryatid even if I don't have a land. I'm on the draw. I don't know. I already kind of have to take some risks being on the draw. Oh god. Okay. Are they griefing me? Ugh. I couldn't even play the birds. What'd they exile? Brutality. Okay. Well, joke's on them. They could have brutality'd my birds. Taken my braid. Yeah, whatever. Chite. Okay. Go ahead. I thought they were going to Thoughtseize me. Oh, no, much worse. Woodfall Primus. Okay, that doesn't do anything. That's actually really bad. It just deals 6 damage to me and then gets exiled. Unless they have a way to bounce it or something. You get Breeding Pool or Proving Ground. I guess Proving Ground probably. Yeah, I mean if Shallowgrave sacrificed, then they'd be good, but that's kind of odd. It makes me wonder if they have like their other, like if they have Archon in hand or something. They couldn't tune that. I don't know. But we're not drawing anything, so they're not going to really get punished. Mox Diamond, can't play it. I mean, that's the risk you take when you play, when you keep a hand without anything going besides the birds. Okay, discard probably Jitte. I don't want to discard anything like a big creature because they have recursion. Yeah. guess we'll find out if they have a big creature in their hand. Sure. Take whatever you want. Yep, makes sense. All right, I've seen enough. Yeah, took a risk and got Thoughtseized or griefed or whatever. Yeah, no changes. I mean, they could have like animate dead, or maybe I want force, but just submit. All right, this is a hand. Start with Arid Mesa, get Proving Ground, and then you can jam the gut. Turn 2. I think I'll play Once Upon a Time first. If they have Grief or Thoughtseize or whatever, I'm not going to play Once Upon a Time. I don't think that makes much sense. Because I don't need a land, so I'd be looking for a creature, and they just make me discard that. But the 2 creatures in my hand are among the best, so probably just take like Gut or Adventure. Okay, no Grief this time. Hmm. Okay, Once Upon a Time. Let's see what we hit. Okay. Deal. I play a free spell, they counter it with a free spell. And pitch a card. I think that's good for me. Go get a tropical island, I believe. Play a gut, probably get it killed, and pass. I know they have collective brutality, so I could play Caryatid and make sure I play Chaos Adventure. Might have been better. Because now if I whiff, they get a whole another turn. And they get to brutality my gut. Looks like that's what it is. Discard Woodfall Primus. Yep. I just hope I hit a land. I probably should have just played Caryatid. Gut's not doing anything till next turn. Alright, we drew the land. Saved. This is kind of bad against Shallow Grave. But I at least get to take it back if that's all they do. Get a white source, I guess. Ah, it's a reanimate. Okay. Malevolent Rumble. So they blow up the Proving Ground. I don't care if they blow up planes. That's not really a big concern. Creature? Gross. 5-drop. That's unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked. But if I hit a creature I can play there, it's pretty good. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't play Seer there. Or Caretaker or whatever. This is Seer. Nice to meet you. Unmarked Grave. Okay. You have an Archon. If they recur an Archon here, I'm dead, so. GG's to you. I still don't agree with their Force of Negation on whatever. What was that? I could look. Once upon a time. They get a land. Ancient Tomb. Alright, trap ya. Go to 4. Seer goes up to a 3/3. So I can't threaten lethal next turn. I'm assuming they're going to be able to get their grief back anyway as a blocker at least. If they so choose. Oh god, okay. That's bad for me. Oh, I see. So if I block, I get to keep initiative. If I don't block, I obviously get to keep the Seer, but then they just have Primus to block. Tricky. I think I just keep initiative. I draw a card, and if I find a way to get rid of Primus. Oh, wait. That's Menace. It's not a choice. Totally forgot. It's an even better play. Alright, I pretty much have to draw a non-land card this turn or I'm very dead. They now have a 7/7 Trampler, and they can deal 5 to me if I don't take initiative, so. That's a card. That is quite a good card. So I go to 6, I go to 5. So I can't actually do that, I guess, unless I attack with Seer. That sucks. I think I have to attack with the Seer. Dang, that sucks. They have so many cards still. It's just all gas too, because they've missed land drops. I mean, I guess they could have drawn a land with Ancestral, but mostly gas. So red has the most cards, but Grist kills Woodfall. I think I get red. Could block with Caryatid, leave Titania, make them have something. But they probably have something. And then they still have Primus. Nah, let's just go for it now. If they have removal, then I'm going to lose anyway. Alright, GG. Yeah, that was a rough one. I mean, game one, I just couldn't do anything because I kept a risky hand. Game two was close, but we lost. I don't want to end on that one, so I'll play another. It was relatively quick. Actually, you know what? Oh, no, I already been paired. Okay. Oh, I hit cancel like just in time. Oops. Hopefully it didn't mess that guy up. It said I was paired, but I already hit cancel. Am I good? Okay, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm actually going to call it there. Let me get some sleep. It's almost 10 o'clock, so be ready for bed and hit the hay. Be back on tomorrow. We got cube for, yeah, looks like the 16th, so a few more days. We get to jam. Unfortunately, not going to trophy with this one, but I do want to play the games out. I think this is a sweet list. Just lost to some reanimator shenanigans. My opponent's plays game one where it was disappointing because they were shallow graving a Woodfall Primus for literally zero value. It's like I had a Windswept Heath. It was, what was it? Entomb Shallow Grave Primus for 6 damage. That's all it did, was 6 damage. And it got exiled. And we couldn't do anything. We lost. Ugh, it's frustrating. Oh well. More tomorrow. But until then, take care. I'll see you next time.